Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for January 2022. It is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we are going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on. And then we will take a peek at your person's energy and your energy and see what's going on there. This card wants to flop around and fly out. And then I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who is returning. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the info is in the description box below the video or in my About section. All right, so let's get into what's going on with you. So the star came out and it was flopping around. So there's something I feel like you're unsure about. Like, are you sure you really want this? I feel the need to say be careful what you wish for, because there's a good possibility that it's going to come true. This could also be just a little bit of some area of your life where you need to work on healing. Yeah, see, there's a decision that needs to be made. And this is your current energy. So the Two of Swords, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on tightly to something. And then we have the Five of Cups in the near future with the Two of Wands. You need to make a decision about something. For sure. This is around sadness, the future, some toxic energies, releasing something that doesn't belong there anymore. All right, what you don't see coming is the Three of Swords. So yes, there's something that is probably going to be a little bit difficult. Seven of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And then what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Three of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So something's going on this month. But here's the good news. So after you get through this place of feeling like everything is just so overwhelming, as soon as you make a decision, something's going to shift and change. It's that waiting period that always feels the heaviest, the most difficult. So you may have woken up even the 1st of January and decided something's not right. Like, I need to make a change. If this isn't going to sit well with you, whatever the circumstance is, we'll try to get more details. If it's a love relationship, it could be for some of you. For others of you, you could have just said, I'm tired of dealing with certain people in my life, and it's become such a burden that I just want to put it behind me. Like, I don't want to stay in this place. And that's a lot of energy that we are going through. A lot of people are. You're releasing it for the new year. The Ace of Pentacles says that there will be a new opportunity on the other side of this. So whatever you need to work on, whatever you need to heal, a choice needs to be made. She has a blindfold on, so she thinks that, in a sense, she's kind of like the Eight of Wands, where she feels stuck, or the Eight of Swords, I'm sorry. And then the Four of Pentacles says you are holding on tightly. So there's something that you don't see just yet. The moon is coming up to tell you, yes, whatever's stressing you out is just because you don't see what's coming. And that can be difficult. If we don't know what's on the other side of a very difficult decision, then it can be really hard for us. It can be really stressful, especially if we don't realize that no matter what, we're protected. Even if it doesn't look exactly the way that you had expected, it still is going to be something that's better than what you were dealing with before. So better in the sense, and I know this so specifically from personal experience, it may not be exactly what you had desired, but there's a reason for it, and you will understand the reason for it on the other side of the change, of the difficult decision. Yeah, I feel like you've got somebody who's a little bit emotionally unavailable, not showing up either in a relationship or in a friendship. It could be any kind of ship, if you will. So again, the Star in reverse with the Two of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. The harder you hold on to something, the more difficult it is, obviously, to release. Now, this can be a good card, but in this case, I'm going to say it's making it difficult for you to make a decision. There could be financial things that are getting in the way of you making a choice. Could be that you want to leave a job and you're not happy there, and it's a tough decision, but you know that it's going to be challenging for you financially. It may be, but you will always have enough to cover what you need to. The only time that it seems that Spirit will have you in a position where things are not going to get paid the way you need them to is when you really need to make a shift, and then money shows up for you to make that shift. It sounds strange, but it does happen. So I want to say, don't hold on too tightly to things because you have a fear of losing something financially, or even the person that you feel like is out of grasp for you. If you hold on so tightly to that energy, like I said, it's just going to be really difficult to heal yourself. If it's not good for you, it's not good for you, and that sucks. But sometimes we have to go through the pain, the Five of Cups. We have to look at what's creating this kind of emotional upset. This is sad. He's looking into the future, but he's in the direction of the Five of Cups. And then he's got his back to the devil. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, especially Capricorn and Aquarius. We have pretty much everybody here, but those are the strongest ones I'm picking up on. So his back is to this, knowing that this is something that's either codependent, difficult. It's almost like you feel chained to the situation, and you know how much pain it's going to cause if you do not release it, or if you do release it, it's going to hurt either way. And it's almost like you're between two choices. Neither one feels good. Of course not. Because when we're hurting in a relationship, we know it's going to hurt when we leave it. And I feel like that's where you are standing right now. So we will get clarifiers in just a moment. So what you don't see coming, the Three of Swords with the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So this is, yes, there's a lot of hurt and pain around the circumstances. I hate to say this because it's not the way I want to see people start off their year. But if it's meant to leave your life, it's for the right reasons. It means it's opening up to something brand new. Now, if you have this person in your life and they're not communicating right now, I think that's the way it's going to stay. I don't know that you'll ever get the closure or the explanation that you want. There are some people that like to leave you in that kind of confusion, but it helps you to learn that you can work through things yourself and that you don't need exterior factors to come in and actually give you something that you think is going to make you feel better, because it really never does. I always say that closure is actually kind of a delusion. There isn't really any closure ever to any situation. If it hurts, it hurts. It's all about you finding the way that you can heal the best way that you can. Okay. Now, what Spirit wants you to focus on is, yes, putting that love back into yourself. It's very difficult. Sometimes we get angry and we're mad and we don't really want to do anything. And this, to me, says that there's a part of you that feels like you'll never get to where you want to go. So there's a lot of frustration in the energy, but they're trying to encourage you to focus on you. And that can be hard, especially when you're coming out of something that's tough and painful. So it will change. It will shift. Is it going to be tomorrow? Probably not. But with the Three of Wands in reverse, at least there's a part of you that's not going to wait to see if things actually do work out when you've had signs in the past that have told you that something isn't right. Okay, so I'll clarify that in just a moment. So the focus is to really put the energy back into you and not allow yourself to get distracted, if you can, by the outside factors, by the things that are going out. It's difficult. It just takes time. All right, let's see with the clarifications what's going on with the Star and the Two of Swords. Okay, so we have the Strength card, which is great because it's going to take a lot of strength, yes, is what they're saying, to get through this particular thing. If you're starting to learn how to deal with childhood stuff and recognizing spiritually how that's played out in your life, I feel the need to say that. This is where the strength part comes in. It's extremely difficult. I understand, again, personally what that's like. It was a couple years period where it was very difficult and it takes a lot of strength. But just give yourself a pat on the back if you're doing that, because once you get to the other side of it, it's very freeing, knowing that you can release all that, all the karma you came in here to experience. But it does take a lot of strength to get there. So if this relationship or the situation felt like it was very karmic for you, it's going to take time to heal, but you've got the strength to get through it. Now, you could be dealing with a Leo, and then see what comes out, the Nine of Wands. He is the wounded warrior. So this is you on the other side of it saying, fantastic. Yep, there's some bruises, there's some scars probably, but you're going to get to the other side of it. As long as you don't let yourself sit in it and you try to focus on allowing yourself to feel the emotions you need to feel and then heal over time. Nobody heals in the snap of a finger. So whatever this is feels very emotional and very difficult. It may not be for everybody, but there's a lot of emotions going on here for someone. All right, so the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands, and then we have the Ten of Cups. See, they're asking you through the sadness with the Two of Wands to look at what it is that you truly want. What's going to make you happy? Because if you don't know, you're going to stumble through a lot more of these types of relationships, the ones that bring you difficult issues. You could have a pattern of choosing people who have addiction. You could have a pattern of choosing people who are codependent and aren't really there in the relationship. It's they need a warm body there. There's a lot of different things that we play out and what kind of karma that we have to deal with in order to get to the other side. And this is saying you're learning through some difficult situations, but you've got to decide what you want your future to look like. What is your 10 of Cups? You need to ask yourself, it's not going to be the same for all of you. I can't give you that answer through tarot and say, oh, what's going to make you happy is this specific situation. That's a choice you have to make for you. And if you're in between not knowing what it is that you really want, that's okay too, because the answers will come. If you allow yourself to feel through the things that you're going through and try to be as open as possible, sometimes when we're in that confused state, the little rainbow something will appear in our lives and we feel a sense of joy. And it's like, that's the direction you need to go in. When you feel that feeling, that's when you need to follow it. So they want you to be very clear in the near future about what brings you this. And something's coming in to show you on the other side of this hurt that it was worth it. It was worth the tough lessons you had to learn in order to get to the 10 of Cups. Okay, so let's look at the 2 of Wands and the Devil. I think you're trying really hard not to repeat patterns. And then we have the 5 of Cups again, so that clarifies it. It's like he's on his knees in a sense, saying, I just don't want to do this again. I get it. I don't want to be chained like they are right here, and they keep bringing me back to this, so I'm going to say it. I don't want to be chained to this situation. I don't want to be chained to my childhood wounds. I don't want to be chained to anything that brings me down. I just want to get through this, to understand that I need to heal, get through the emotional stuff, and get to the other side of it. All right, so what you don't see coming, the 3 of Swords. It isn't easy, but doesn't mean you can't do it. If you are looking for someone to come in, I don't think their energy is going to. So at least in January, I think that's probably going to hurt because some of you are going to hope that somebody's going to reach out, whoever this may be for you. Could even be a brother. And then we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, so this is a younger individual. This may be a separate message for some of you. This is somebody who's trying to learn how to be, they're growing up. They're trying to be emotionally stable, and I don't think they've quite gotten there yet, but they're trying to. So if you haven't heard anything from this person, it could be a child for some of you. I just feel like something really hurt you, and this person's going to want to come in and apologize for their actions, but they're just not doing it right away. It's not like going to be very quick and straightforward. It's going to be a little bit of a small kind of I love you and I'm sorry type of message. All right, let's look at the 7 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so on the other side of these things that you are working through, the 10 of Pentacles is coming through to say you have so much to look forward to. I mean, you can't get better than the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So something's going to shift. This is Spirit saying this is what you don't see coming. It's like some kind of abundance, some kind of, I want to say like a reward. And sometimes it's something very small that you just feel really good about. It's like, okay, I've overcome this situation. It feels better in my life. I know now that I can push forward. This might be a little bit of encouragement by somebody that you appreciate that's a little bit younger than you, that says, hey, I know you're capable of a lot, and you really are because you have it here. The ideas are there. So trust yourself and keep pushing forward. Don't give up on what it is that you want that's truly there to make you happy, that is accessible to you. Don't give up. So they have something they need to apologize about, and then I think there's also someone here that encourages you as well. All right, so what Spirit wants you to focus on with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the 8 of Swords. Is getting yourself from a place of feeling stuck and opening yourself back up to the world. Maybe some of you have been in a place where you just wanted to withdraw and you didn't care. If there was the energy of being stuck, sometimes we just throw our hands up and say enough is enough. So you may be a little emotionally closed off, but Spirit wants you to work on that. So in the next month, if some of this has gotten the better of you, it seems like a lot of people are getting breaks, whether it be through illness or taking time off work or just not feeling up to doing something in January. It's because a lot of us have been through a lot in the last couple of years, and we just need a moment to breathe. So January could be that for you as well, while you redirect your energy. The Knight of Pentacles, and then the Three of Wands, and then the Tower in reverse. So the changes that you are expecting are still coming. They're saying it doesn't have to be something explosive in order for it to create positive change. Just know that those things that come in to shift your life in dramatic ways may feel like the end of the world, but I promise you, those moments when things really feel the craziest, those are the biggest teaching moments, because you don't want to experience that kind of explosive type of situation in order to learn a hard lesson. We can get through it without that having to happen. But when you resist, sometimes the universe will come in and do that. So if that's what you feel, if you feel like the universe is pushing you in a direction and it's really, truly uncomfortable, it is for your benefit. We never know that it is until we're on the other side of it. So that's going to be a big focus for you in January. You've got a lot of really good shifts happening. So please hold tight if there's any feeling of dismay or sadness, because I think you're going to work through this beautifully. And on the other side of it is such a relief. Now, you're going to have your ups and downs like everybody else through the year, but there's some good stuff coming. And I think it's more towards February. So check your placements in astrology as well and see where Jupiter is for you. I think it's in Aquarius. Did somebody say it was in Aquarius? You'll have to check, but see where Jupiter is placed right now in your chart, if you know how to do that. Because I think there's some good luck coming for some of you. All right. So as we clear this, the Queen of Cups was the one that was on the bottom. Usually I hold that card up, but this is the one that wanted to stand out. So yes, there's going to be a need for some self-love in this month. A need to open up a little bit more emotionally and not be so shut down. No cynicism allowed. I'm teasing. I know it's difficult, but that's what they want you to work on, is not being cynical. And then the bottom of the deck showed the Lover's cards. Something new could be coming in for those of you that are single. All right, so those of you who are interested in your person, that's this part of the reading. So let's see what's going on with your person and you. So your person's energy is the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Three of Swords that showed up in the main reading, if you are dealing with somebody who's got other people, then you're probably right. Something tells me this person's not committed and not able to. The Three of Pentacles in this particular situation, the way it's sitting with the cards, I'm going to say this person likes to have their cake and eat it too. And if that's what you're going through and that's what you've experienced, or these are things that you had experienced in the past, I can see why you're now dealing with some of these difficult emotions. So your energy is Temperance with the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, not to hold on so tight, and then the Three of Cups. So we have these threes popping up on both sides. For you, I think it's about wanting to go spend time with people you care about and having patience with yourself as you release some things. This person has commitment issues. The overall energy is the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of drama in this particular situation. That's not going to be for all of you, but I do feel that there's difficulty. This is just what your reading is showing up as this particular month, and again, for a percentage. So the Ace of Cups with the Seven of Cups and then the Three of Pentacles, this person has a difficult time making up their mind. I don't think they like the idea of traditional commitment. So they don't tend to put a lot of effort into their relationships. They just they give a little here, give a little there. Probably when things get boring, they go find somebody else. It's just their type of energy, and it may be showing up in your life to trigger something for you to heal it. So this may not be the one that's meant to be in your life. And if it's somebody from the past and you're just kind of curious about this, you recognize it and you're going, yeah, that's a past person. I've been over them for a long time. Well, clearly no, because I wouldn't be bringing it up and saying all of these things, because it's being brought up for you to finally get through the feelings of it and let it go, recognizing that they were there for a purpose and then not holding on to the energy of it anymore. I say that a lot. I know it annoys people, but it's why it keeps showing up. Because if you haven't released it and you've tried to do cord cutting or whatever it is that you've done, it can still be something that needs to be worked through in a way that you release it from your body, maybe a little Reiki or energy healing. Okay, enough preaching. Temperance with the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Three of Cups. You are coming to a place where you're finally allowing yourself to release some of this coming out of being in your head about it. I don't think you're holding on too tightly the way that you used to. She has 2 cups. She's going back and forth like, I don't know, maybe I'll go this way, maybe I'll go that way. But to me, this says that you're spending time with people that you care about, having fun, and trying not to allow this to bring you down. All right, let's see what the romance angels have to say, because right now this feels like a lot of drama. Is this person someone who can shift and change? I don't know. For most of you, I think you've probably either been through this and it's done, or you're releasing it and want to move on. Okay, then we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Not with this person. Sorry to be sarcastic about it, but that can't be possible with this particular energy. They have commitment problems, and I don't think they know how. But I do think there's a part of you that had desired that. Some of you want to settle down with someone, and then forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. I've been preaching this since we started, is forgiving that and releasing it. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Absolutely. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. All of those are the teaching kind of cards, other than the engagement. You could have been engaged to this person. It could have something to do with marriage. And then we have it as safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That too pertains to this. Of all the cards in the deck, these are the ones that came out. So it's saying that there's a part of you that is closed off because you've experienced this type of pain in your life, and learning to go back, doing the work. Doing the work isn't just getting over one person. It's recognizing that from childhood you came here, were triggered by something, and then experienced a lot of different things to grow and learn as a soul. And we get so angry at times when we figure out that that's what it was all about. Because it's like, why? Why would I want to come here and feel that kind of pain? But I think you're getting on the other side of that and opening up to the idea that from this point on, you can actually experience something beautiful. All right, I picked those up, which I don't normally do. I'm not going to get advice on that particular relationship. I just want to get a couple of cards from the Lovers. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. I was going to say from the Lovers Oracle, and then that flew out. All right, let's see. New beginning, a new adventure waits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. That's perfect for the whole reading, because I feel like that's what's coming for a lot of you. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. All right. Love those messages. Now let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. We've been on for quite some time, so I'm going to wrap this up. This is for Gemini. So we have yin. So some of you need to get in touch with your feminine energy, which doesn't surprise me that this came out, because the Queen of Cups was in reverse. So that's being shut off. It's shut off from your emotions, your feminine energy, things like that. All right, and then orphan. So if you have some abandonment issues, remember I said you or that person felt chained to something, to a feeling, to an emotion or a situation or another human. So there's going to be change around that. And then we have deep knowing. Yes, at the core of who you are, you know what's happening. And then new life. This couldn't be more perfect. Higher power. Trust that there's always somebody looking out for you. Even in the darkest of times, you've got support. This is what's coming. You had the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is going to be a different year for you guys. Now, your birthday could be, I want to say the 3rd, because I'm seeing 3s, the 5th, the 2nd, or the 7th. There's going to be stronger connections with those, or the 12th. Or any of those numbers could mean something to you. You may be seeing multiple 3s as well, or multiple 4s. 4s to me are a good sign that there are things like abundant things coming. Usually it's around money. So something is going to shift and change in that aspect of your life, probably in January or coming into February. All right, guys, I hope this helps. Thank you so much for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal, that information's in the description box below or in my About section. I hope you have an amazing amazing January. You're going through a lot of shifts and changes. Hold tight, because it's going to get good. And take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.